Forgiveness. Forgiveness, in theory, promises a feeling of peace, the freedom from resentment that comes from blaming another and judging their actions as harmful. But in practice, forgiveness seeks retribution by establishing fault and then assigning blame. Because the act of forgiveness is to pardon or give absolution. The forgiver sees themselves as having something the perpetrator does not. In the case of forgiveness, the forgiver has the power to feel free, while the transgressor is at fault and in need of the power to be set free. The American Psychological Association defines forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person who has harmed you. Resentment and vengeance are the feelings of victimization, the symptoms of not taking responsibility for choices and a general lack of control. That's the feeling of lack of control over one's life. If forgiveness is practiced, as the APA defines, then the forgiver must first see the perpetrator's actions as intending harm and also be the sole cause of the forgiver's suffering. First, let's discuss the intentional harm. No person sets out to do harm. All humans behave in a way to experience love, connection, and oneness. These behaviors are specific to the person's upbringing, education, environment, and physiological functioning in that moment. Since all persons, all humans, set out to behave in ways that bring them and give them the most love, no one sets out to do harm. Harm is the label of ignorance. Harm is applied to behavior we don't understand. Although pain is the body's physical response to damaging stimuli, suffering is in the mind's opinion. It's the mind's opinion or feeling about a situation or outcome. And although pain is involuntary, suffering is a choice. Suffering is a prerequisite. It's needed to forgive because a person, let me say that again, suffering is a prerequisite to needing to forgive because a person must be of the opinion that they were a victim or unfairly targeted in order to feel suffering. Now, as stated above, before, forgiveness requires a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment because feelings are chosen, and resentment and vengeance are chosen feelings that come from choosing to feel unfairly targeted. In order to be truly free from the feelings surrounding a challenging situation, don't resent yourself for not knowing. Take full responsibility for all the choices that led to the decision. Know that all the choices were made by you, for you, in your best interest, with all the information available to you in that moment to make you feel good. Resentment is the result of what we imagine others think of us. It's not towards the actual transgressor. It's just what we imagine that transgressor is thinking of us for making the choices that we made to get into this decision, into this situation. We're resenting the critical thoughts and the degrading commentary that we think of ourselves for being in this terrible situation. And we automatically assume the other person is also thinking the same of us. But the truth is, We did the very best we could at the time, and so did the other person. And now we both have more information. In the end, you are only left with you. And since you are the only one making those choices, you are also the only one in need of forgiveness. And since you were the only one making those decisions, you are also the only one with the power to forgive yourself. Since you did the very best you could, given all the information available to you in the moment, you do not need to forgive, and you do not need forgiveness. People act in ways that they don't understand. Each one of us has behaved in inexplicable and surprising ways. The infinite reasons for our own behavior are rarely known or even accessible to us. They're infinite, much less to anyone else outside of us. Billions of years of evolution in every cell of our body goes into every moment of behavior. So it's irrational to think that one reason can fully explain behavior. Rest assured that the universe is working in your favor. So every situation is an opportunity to reveal the best version of you. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Be generous with the kind, be generous with your kind, beautiful self. Namaste from the Seeker and the Sage.